Hey everybody, thanks for checking out another video. Today I wanted to do a quick review of Unsane on 4K. This is a very weird movie. It did not get a 4K release here in Canada, so I made sure to order it in from the States because, as I said 1,000 times, there's not a lot of horror on 4K, unfortunately. So anytime any horror movie comes out, I try and grab it right away, no matter where it is in the world. Uh, This is kind of, as I said, a very weird movie. As you can see, there's no black bars on the top or the bottom. The black bars are off on the sides. It's not even really that noticeable. I personally, I love a full screen image, and that's pretty much what it feels like you're getting. You don't really notice the black bars on the sides at all while you're watching the movie. A couple things, like I'm not a big technical guy. Like you watch some of the other channels, and they're like, okay, it's got like you talk about like the DI and all that stuff like that. And me, man, I'm just a movie guy, man. I've got my TV. I just want to watch the movie, man. I don't really care about all that stuff. One thing I will say about this, it's not the ugliest movie I've seen. That seems to be what a lot of people say, like on the reviews that I've seen, is that it's not a very good-looking movie. Personally, I think the ugliest 4K I have seen is Hickok. It's one nasty piece of shit movie for video quality. Like it looks like like an up-res DVD. This movie is shot entirely on, I believe it was an iPhone 7s. I'm not, like, I don't have a cell phone, so I think that's what it was iPhone 7s. But as you can see, it's not a bad looking picture. I understand what they, like, clearly what they're trying to do, and this goes back into the whole technical aspect. When they're outside or it's like a daytime, like, I don't want to get too much into spoilers for the movie, that's the thing. When she's, out doing her thing in her normal life, if you can say that without doing a spoiler. Nice picture, sharp, bright, clear. HDR looks great. Like a lot of um, hair sticking out. Like you see, like you got a lot of few sporadic hairs. She's like in a little bit. She's gonna be eating her lunch outside. Lots of greens, reds, as you can see. Everything looks nice. HDR, magnifique, beautiful. Later on, I'd say about over half the movie, it's in a different location. Again, I don't want to spoil it for you. So he kind of, like, the director puts like this weird, almost like not a distortion. It's hard to explain. Like it's like a layer of, like kind of like a weird kind of grainy layer where it's like he's trying to purposely screw with your head. Like, as you can see, gorgeous, but when, like, when other things happen, uh, the picture quality kind of changes, and it makes sense in the movie because, again, I don't want to give you spoilers, but you just kind of like, well, it's very hard to explain. I'll leave it at that. But as you can see, like, gorgeous. But even when he does that weird thing where it's kind of got like this weird kind of grainy, um, it's a very, very weird aesthetic, but it's still a pretty decent looking picture. Like, I would never, classify it as ugly by any means. Nothing will ever touch Hickok in that regards. Like, I'd be shocked if anything could. But like, I'll say overall, this movie is very strange. Like, I liked it quite a bit. There's times where it almost felt like somebody was doing like a high school drama project, um, and then other times it felt like it was a big budget, quality horror movie. It's very strange. I don't know if that's what they were going for. It might take a smarter man than me, but as I said, overall, I really liked the movie. I'm not going to say I didn't get the movie or something like that. I completely got the movie. I said overall story, I quite enjoyed it. Very shocking, surprising cameo in this movie that I don't want to give away. But I was like, what the fuck? Because there's a genuine, like, I would call him an A-list celebrity in this movie for probably about 3 minutes or so. Um, Shocked. I had no idea. But yeah, overall, like, I really quite enjoyed the movie. If you're from Canada or Europe and you're debating whether or not to import this in for your horror collection, I definitely say give it a shot. Am I gonna say it's a Quiet Place or a Hereditary, something like that, on that level? No, but it's not a bad movie whatsoever. If I had to give it a scale, like a score on a scale of 10, I'd probably give it a 7. Will I watch it again? Absolutely. It's the kind of movie you chew on a bit. Um, but yeah, I don't regret that I spent the extra money getting it imported. As I said, there's not a lot of horror on 4K, and overall, I really enjoyed the movie. Acting solid. Uh, got a little graphic towards the end, which you know me, man. I'm a horror movie guy, so I love when shit gets nasty. So yeah, it was pretty good. I quite enjoyed it. As I said, it's a very weird movie. Something you have to see for yourself. I didn't pop in the Blu-ray. Like you see, like a lot of like the other channels are like, oh, I compared it to the Blu-ray, and this scene over here looks so much better. I don't even screw with the Blu-rays anymore, man. I got a 4K TV with HDR Dolby Vision, and I love my TV and my 4K player, so I don't want to really dick around with regular Blu-ray. So I can't tell you if it looks a lot better than the Blu-ray. I have no idea, but yeah, I liked it quite a bit. So definitely give it a shot. As I said, maybe 7. You want to maybe even 7.5. Definitely a buy. If you're from the States and you can find it cheap, like I think I had to pay around 38 bucks Canadian to get it here, which isn't that bad. It's our dollars at like 75 cents on the dollar for the U.S. So if you guys find it in the States, I think it's like 25 bucks in the States. Yeah, definitely give it a shot. I'd be surprised if you didn't like it. Pretty good movie. All right, I know, kind of a weird review. I try and get a little bit more specific with things, but I didn't really go into this movie knowing a lot about it. I watched half a trailer and I liked what I saw, so I stopped watching it. I didn't want to get any more spoilers. But yeah, man, I liked it. I can't really get too technical because I don't want to give you guys a lot of spoilers, but it's pretty fucked up, and yeah, it's pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon.